FERONIA, a short story, written by Mikael Schultz Rasmussen, read by Victoria Lynn Carroll. Chapter 1. The Hunger of Swine. Her mind is unraveling. Oh, my sisters. Her memories tangle and tear, and yet threads remain. Painful, wretched threads. Gah! Pour her another horn of Sheena's brew, my sisters. Perhaps this time, perhaps as she speaks one last time, as she spills the last of herself into the night, perhaps these threads will finally fray and be gone. Mad! Oh, my sisters, they say she's mad. But oh no, she wasn't mad. Not then. Would a mad woman have crawled through blackened bogs and rotting forests to reclaim what the gods had stolen? No! Would someone who was insane have dragged herself across smouldering battlefields and crumbling bridges, chasing that which her heart yearned to recover? Never! She was not mad. She was simply a mother, and the horrors she suffered were reality itself. So, listen. Peel your damn ears and listen. Let her speak while she still must remember. Let her weary tongue writhe and wriggle one last time. And when she is done, and all is said and done, pour her another drink. Maybe then, maybe, at last, she can finally forget it. Forever. Once upon a time, there was a girl. Oh, my sisters, no baptism ever blessed her before her mother died, but the village folk named her Violetta. She had no house to shelter her, no friends to call her own. She lived in the filth among the pigs. The village where she grew up lay on the edge of civilization, bordering the infamous no man's land. Life there was cruel, and the only joy Violetta knew lay deep within the forest. So as often as she could, she crossed the border and wandered into the wilderness. At dusk, the owls would call, and fireflies would flicker between the rough-hewn branches that arched above her in the twilight. The path she took was always the same, for though it led through eerie places, it ended at the most beautiful spot in all the world. A vast, glimmering lake, oh, my sisters, with a grove of ancient cherry trees lining its southern shore. Every spring, Violetta would come to watch the blossoms burst into bloom. She would sit by the water, feeling the cool kiss of the waves between her toes, singing sweet songs for the birds in the trees. One morning, she wandered to the lake's northern bank. She sang as she sat, her voice slipping soft over the water. She did not hear him approach, not at first, but he was there. A hunter, dressed in a way that suggested great wealth and power, crouched low, his breath quiet as the shifting leaves. He must have followed the sound of her song, drawn to it, for soon he crept out from the trees. The sight of her must have struck him still, for Violetta was fairer than any girl he had ever seen, barefoot, with a wild cascade of blood-red hair and a dress that billowed like mist beneath the trees. A twig broke beneath his boot. Violetta flinched and turned, her bright green eyes locked onto his midnight dark gaze. They stared at each other. Then, slowly, he removed his hat and stepped toward her. "Greetings, Huldra." Huldra? No common peasant girl could sing so sweetly, he murmured, smoothing back his raven black curls. Violetta flushed. The hunter extended his hand. She hesitated, then took it. Know when a man's wife has skin so soft, he whispered. He raised her hand, pressing his lips to her knuckles. She shivered and tried to pull away. His grip tightened, fingers like iron around her wrist. No farmer's daughter wanders this far into the forest alone, he said, pulling her closer. His hot breath brushed her neck, and her heart slammed in panic. Please, she gasped, voice shaking. She twisted in his grip, fighting desperately, but he was strong. Too strong. I think you like it, he whispered into her ear. She cried out, wrenching herself free, but her feet slipped on the damp stones, and she fell backward into the lake. Icy water punched the air from her lungs, freezing her body, stealing her breath. He smiled and followed, stepping smoothly into the water. She scrambled, clawing at slippery rocks, desperate for air, but he caught her hair, fingers tight and cruel, greedy, hungry. His hands roamed roughly, tearing fabric, bruising skin. Ah, he moaned. Kiss me, my sweet, lonely Huldra. To give birth, oh my sisters, in the filth among the pigs, there was no terror like it. The wind howled over the pen, rattling loose slats of wood, shaking nearby rooftops until the beams groaned. It was deep in the night, deep in the dead of winter, when FERONIA came into the world, and the pigs were waiting. Oh, my sisters, they were waiting. They stirred in the shadows, shifting in the frozen muck, their hollow bellies twisted with hunger. Eyes glowed in the darkness, small and eager. They smelled blood, sweat, the newborn flesh. They smelled the babe. A bristly snout pushed close, slick with drool. Teeth snapped suddenly, jaws reaching for the child in her arms. She jerked the babe away. A hungry squeal sounded. Hooves churned through mud. Violetta's hand shot out without thinking, grasping a sharp, jagged splinter broken from the fence. The boar lunged. She plunged the splinter deep into its throat. Hot blood sprayed her hands, spattering the infant's face. The beast staggered, choking, and fell back. Blood poured from its neck, steaming into the icy air. There was a moment of complete silence. And then, torchlight wavered wildly, and villagers rushed into the pen, torches blazing, eyes wide with horror. A gasp here, a murmured curse there. They stared in terror at the dead pig, its throat ripped open, and Violetta standing over it, shaking, blood dripping from her trembling fingers. Gods above, someone choked. She's killed a pig. A boar's death scream is an ill omen, an old woman muttered, making the sign against evil. And in childbirth, it taints the babe. It marks it. The girl's mad, another voice spat. Look at her hands. They stared at her. Violetta, crouched in the filth, slick with birth blood and pig's blood alike, the child pressed to her chest. A woman's voice, sharp, spitting. I knew it. I knew she'd bring some devil's spawn into this world. Another fearful, accusing. She has strayed too often into no man's land. She's lain with something foul in the woods. She has lain with a demon, a beast. Look at it. Look at the blood. Violetta clutched FERONIA tight against her breast, felt the child wail against her skin. The firelight made their shadows monstrous upon the mud around her. She swore she could feel the flames licking at her, searing into her back. She turned, and she ran. She ran as curses chased her into the night. Never show your face here again! Devil whore! Witch! She ran until her legs gave away, until night collapsed into dawn, until she fell to her knees by the frozen lake beneath the cherry trees, weeping into the child's hair. It was the year 462 of the Third Age, and had you told her then that the worst years of her life still lay ahead, she would never have believed you.